Today is an unbelievably exciting day because Lordco and Rotary are hooking us up with a lift. There's just one problem. We don't know where it's going to go. We want it to be like right here beside all of our tools and everything, but we don't know how thick this concrete is. See, this side of the shop where we want the lift is very old and we have no clue how thick the concrete is, whereas the back half is much newer and we know for sure that it's good. Ideally, we can keep the cars stored on this side and the chandelier up there, but if it comes to it, we will change it. So how do you install a lift? Well, it's simple. Get the frig out of the way and let the pros do it. I'm making myself useful by not getting in the way and reading the safety literature. We're almost at the stressful part here. We're looking for 4 3/4 at least on the concrete. Ideally a bit more than that. Just. Yes!
Well, about 4 5/8.
I'll take it.
Oh no, sorry. 4 7/8, sorry.
Awesome! Yeah, don't let anyone tell you that 4 7/8 isn't enough. So we got excited too soon. It turns out only 2 of the 12 holes that we need to make are over 4 3/4, but it's going to be fine. There's enough meat there to epoxy the rods in. Just, it's $50 a rod. All right, the lift, she's installed. It is working. Haha! And the epoxy has been setting for 24 hours, so we are almost good to lift a car with it. We just need to do one thing. Well, 2 things. The one thing is torque the bolts, and the other thing is cut the bolts so we can torque them. Once this is up in the air, you really don't want your car falling on your head, and there's many things that prevent that from happening. Well, first of all, as I'm raising the lift up, do you hear that ticking? Those are the lift latches. Right here, we can see the latch pawl. Basically, there's a bunch of teeth on the lift itself, and as that goes up, it engages this, so when you hear that click, it means that this is going out. It's very important after you have lifted the car to make sure that it goes down onto the lift latch, and that way it can't fall down. Well, it's one of the reasons it can't fall down. It's also literally illegal in BC to work on a car if this is not engaged. If you somehow manage to completely destroy the lift lock though, there is still a bunch of stuff to protect you. Inside the hydraulic cylinders, there is a lifting valve, and that sets the maximum speed that the lift can descend. And if it exceeds that, there's a little check valve, and that will just simply stop the hydraulic cylinders from being able to move down anymore. There also is a pressure release circuit inside of the pump itself, so if we say try and put a bus on our 10,000 pound lift, it'll just be like, nah bro, I'm not doing that. Rotary did say that they design all of their lifts to 3 times the rated capacity, but I do think it's wise to not exceed the rated capacity.
Yeah, don't try that.
Yeah. One more thing that we have here are the cables. They actually aren't doing a whole lot, but they synchronize both sides. So if for whatever reason there's a tiny difference in hydraulic pressure, well, the cables just equalize everything out and everything goes up at once. You can also tell that our lift is particularly well synchronized because in a lot of them, you can hear the pawls go like click, 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 click. On ours, you only hear one. Totally in sync. Also, if you ever used a lift before, you might have noticed that ours is insanely fast. And that's because we have a shockwave lift. That means that instead of using 220-volt AC like most car lifts do, ours uses DC. So we have essentially 2 car batteries in here and some electronics that allow us to lift it up and down, even when it's not plugged in this whole time. No power going to it, it's just running off the batteries. This results in a near doubling of speed while lifting, and this lift right here can go all the way up and then back down before a normal rotary lift has even hit the top.
We don't have the fastest car, but we have the fastest lift.
Hell yeah! Huge thanks to Odoo for sponsoring today's video. Running a business gets complicated quick, something that we know all too well now, and keeping track of everything can get both confusing and expensive fast. If you're keeping track of your business operations with a variety of spreadsheets and a bunch of disconnected software, it's time to get Odoo. Odoo is an all-in-one business management platform that offers small to medium businesses one place for all of their accounting, sales, CRM, inventory, e-commerce, and much more. Odoo's expenses app makes it easy to centralize all of your company's expenses into one place. It allows you to easily track company cards, set spending controls, and submit your expenses right from your phone. With optical character recognition, you can just scan a receipt and Odoo creates an expense record, automatically filling out the total, the cost, the date, and everything, so you don't have to be putting in all of your brake clean and all the environmental fees for your brake clean. Odoo also keeps track of who is paying for the expenses, so employees are reimbursed automatically or clients are billed. So check out Odoo today. Your first app is free for life and plans start at just $24.90 per month. There's also a 15-day free trial with no credit card required, so click the link in the description to get started today. All right, enough friggin' around. Let's lift a car. Oh, and it started too.
One shot.
Rotary hooked us up with a super fancy green laser as well to make getting in here very easy. It's not connected yet. The lift that we have is an asymmetric lift, which means that the car is a little bit further back. That's mostly just so that you can open your doors easily. I appreciate that. We have these super low profile adapters, which is sweet because all of our cars are low to the ground. You can also control how fast it goes with this lever right here. I think we'll go kind of slow for the first tiny bit here. All right. Everything feeling good? Oh, that's really solid, actually. Everything feels good? Let's send it! We're just going to the top. Yeah. I think that's the last one. There we go. It's friggin' incredible.
Yeah, it's even sicker for me. Look at me.
Oh yeah,
I don't even have to like bend over because I'm short.
Yeah, you can fully get under here. I need to bend over a tiny bit. Unfortunately, this is as high as we could possibly get given the height of our ceilings. It's so close up top.
Short people win, heck yeah.
I want to order custom wheels for this car, although I also want to not have those custom wheels hit the suspension components. That would be pretty embarrassing. So let's make sure that won't happen. In here, I can see that these wheels are 7.5 inches wide with an offset of 32 millimeters. This bolt clears, we should be good. Oh my God, that's close. But it does clear. And with the power of a lift, we decided that we need a tiny bit more offset. Now that the lift is installed and working, we also want to lift up the production value of our videos by installing some sound deadening. Now, we've already put some on the walls and that makes a huge difference, but putting some on the ceiling is going to matter even more. You can't put any on the floor, of course, so those waves just bounce between the ceiling and the floor a whole bunch of times and you get sounds like this. Let's change that. Previously, we got a quote for $9,600 to sound deaden this place, and it turns out in the end, we were able to get the whole thing sound deadened for $5,700. But this stuff right here is pretty sweet. It's PET, basically a bunch of recycled plastic. It has an R value of 0.9, maybe even higher than that, so it's very good at blocking sound, and also it's fire rated. That is very important because we are a business. I know a bunch of you guys are going to want us to do like a DIY rock wall and some sheets and stuff like that. And then if the place burns down, our insurance probably won't be too happy. This right here also is way faster to install. It's also really light, like no problem. 9x4 sheet. Oop. To install it on the ceiling, we are using this drywall lift, and it only took us 4 trips to Home Depot and a big argument with the manager to get the correct one that we asked for in the first place. Thanks, guys. Ideally, we would mount this to the ceiling using some Z clips that steps the whole thing down an inch or two from the ceiling and allows the sound waves to get trapped between the ceiling and the sound deadening, which makes everything a little bit better, but we don't really have room for that. We're just screwing her straight in the ceiling. Please just go in. With 6 panels installed, it's sounding way better over here. Now, we did plan on putting another 6 on the sides as well, but right now all of the echo we're hearing is from the other side of the shop, so we're gonna turn our attention there first and see if we need to put more stuff in here later. It was a fair bit of work, but all of the sound deadening's up and it sounds way better in here. And if you're wondering why I decided to go with white, that is simply because we lit our studio by bouncing lights off of the ceiling, so white bounces really good. Now, we have to address something else. Now that the audio quality of our videos is much better, I want to increase the audio quality of the shop with some excellent speakers. Now, in the past, we have just been using this tiny little Bose Bluetooth speaker, and it's pretty crap, but the entire audio in here was so crap that it didn't really matter because you walk 5 feet away and anything would just sound absolutely awful because there's so much echo. Not anymore though, so at 7 a.m. this morning, I decided that I'm buying these KEF Q300s off of Marketplace. These speakers are awesome because the woofer and the tweeter are in the same spot, so you don't have any phasing issues, and they were $250, which was the total spend for this entire sound upgrade. Because a home theater amp is more than $0, I decided that we're going to use this Fozzy Audio CA30. This was sent over for a future project, but that's been delayed, so we can deal with the consequences of that later. But you might be thinking, this is a car audio amplifier. How the heck are you going to get at 12 volts when there's only 120 available? Well, this power supply that's been sitting in Andy's basement for a while should do the trick just fine, and as a bonus, it'll make it all look like a bomb. The Q300s do have decent bass extension, but it's not like a dedicated subwoofer, so for that we're going to be using this SB Acoustics. I'm not totally sure what it is, because I bought the wrong subwoofer for Andy's Miata. I was supposed to get a different SB Acoustics 10-inch sub that's optimized for very small enclosures, but I picked up the wrong one and realized that after the turn window. It's free though, because it's already on the books for a different project. And as a bonus, I already have this subwoofer box that was in my Golf 4 years ago, and it has about the right airspace. And to get audio to everything, we're using the old head unit out of Andy's Miata. This does not have Bluetooth, but we do have a 3.5mm headphone jack, so that's good enough. If you're wondering what these brackets are from, I have no idea. They came with something, but the holes lined up perfectly, so always save everything. Now all that we need to do is cobble this pile of leftovers into a functional and excellent sounding sound system. I guess I probably should do something slightly better than just cut these and shove the wires into the amp, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. See ya. Is that too janky?
Nope.
For the people says that we don't use zip ties.
Yep, we always do. To turn a PC power supply on without a PC, you just simply need to connect this green wire here to ground. So let's do that. This Wago is now our power switch. Hell yeah. Right here seemed like a good spot for the amp rack. Cool. Let's just pop out. Come on, fatigue. There we go.
See ya.
Installing a grommet because this is a super legit install. Everyone's going to see this and be like, wow, what a legit install you guys did there. So much better than just buying a home theater amp.
I doubt it.
Maybe just VHB that right there. Call it a day.
Looks good. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor subwoofer. It probably had such grand plans for life when it was born. And now it's going into this box that's covered in blue tack because I was watching a bunch of Hexy bass when I built it. Wait. Does it not go in? Try number 2. Oh, you mother. Ugh. Goes all the way in right there, just like I planned from the beginning. To attach the speakers to the wall, we have these brackets, so it just goes on something like this, and now I have to drill into these beautiful speakers. And this guy just gets stuck to the bottom, and we're done. I did splurge on something really fancy. Look at this right here. It's not just a label maker, but it's printing onto heat shrink that I can put onto the wires. So my wires are all labeled.
Fancy.
Look at that. We are professionals. This makes up for everything horrible that has happened with this install. I'm just wiring up everything right now, and right and left are exactly what you would expect, but for the sub, I'm going to be bridging it. So what that means is you can use the right and left channels together and get the power from both of those into one speaker. So instead of 160 watts, it's going to be outputting 320 for those extra wubby wubs. All right, everything is connected, I think. And before I put it like on the walls and tidy up, let's just see if it works. All right, arming the Nug. This has power, good sign. This does not. All right, second try. I forgot that red on power supplies is 5 volts and yellow is 12. So amps on again. And the head unit's on too, hell yeah. All right, source, aux, front aux, sure. I was going to say we shouldn't hear anything, but we already do, cool. That's one's working, that one's working. This doing anything? That is also doing stuff, excellent. Pretty please go on. 1, 2, you piece of shit. That's attached, okay. Ah! 1 second speaker is on. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Sounds good. Does it sound good on the other side of the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. We have tuned to the shop. Yeah.
And we have a lift.
Also a lift. Another thing that is basically a part of our shop is this F-150, and because we have a new lift, we might as well do some stuff to the bottom of it. Before we lift the F-150, there's one thing that we have to do. These pads right here are designed for unibody cars, so like the SL and most vehicles, although the F-150 is a body on frame, so we have to swap it for these special mounts right here. Basically, either side of this little mount goes on either side of the frame and prevents it from falling off. And talking to Rotary, they said that a lot of the stuff that you see online of cars falling off of lifts are body on frame vehicles using unibody jack pads. So frickin' fast. Absolutely incredible. Now for something this long and heavy, I'm not really gonna push on it, but she's not exactly stable. Let's fix that. All right. How does that feel? Incredibly solid. All right, we can go under it now. As we discovered the last time we were underneath this truck, it is shockingly rusty down here for its age. Now, the proper thing to do is just wire wheel the whole thing, etching primer, and then paint it all black, and that will be fantastic, but that's more work than I feel like doing to the work truck. So instead, we're just gonna blast 2 cans of fluid film at it, and it'll be way better.
Sponsor us, fluid film.
Yeah. Immediately way better looking. And also probably will make it last years and years longer. I think that looks way better. Now, another thing we have to fix is this stupid exhaust. It's from Flowmaster, and I think that we're mean enough to them in the main video about it, but we still really need to fix it. Around town, it's loud, and because of 10 speed, it's kind of just like, as you go through all of the gears, and on the highway it is at its absolute loudest, and I swear it's like 95 dB while you're driving up a hill. It's just like 2,500, 3,000 RPM is where this is at its absolute loudest, and it's awful. If I'm damaging my ears, I want it to be with a sound system, not this stupid exhaust. I think we should be able to just put the stock muffler back on here, which means that we have paid a whole bunch of money for a resonator delete. Yay! Oh. Oh, this is so exciting though, Andy. Oh. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oops. The number of times that we have had to spend like 4 extra hours because we were on jack stands to get an exhaust out, like, holy frig. Now you can just angle it down, it pops out. You don't have to remove suspension components, random things that are in the way because the floor is in the way. Oh, it's nice.
Also, I can show you guys stuff.
Yeah, you can see all
everything.
the things.
Everything.
Incredible. Before I can weld these two together, I need to give them a really good clean. Now, that's going to be mostly with a wire brush and also some acetone. It's really important when you're welding stuff on a car to not use brake clean. That has chlorine in it, and when you hit that with the UV of a welder, that creates phosgene gas, which is actually a war crime and it will kill you. Wow, would you look at how beautiful and shiny that is just right off the welder? FIA is gonna have me doing all of the roll cages with showing like that. Oh, should we bring her down and see how it sounds?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. All right, how does our expensive resonator delete sound? Hit it.
Hey?
Definitely better. Give her a rev. Cold rev it.
It actually sounds nicer.
Yeah, for sure. Bit of rasp, but it's not like, I think it might be a bit deeper. Definitely an improvement. It actually sounds way better. Just delete your resonator on these. Don't go with stupid Flowmaster.
Sorry, Flowmaster.
As a final little bonus, we got this M1 LED matrix from Apollo Automation. We're gonna have to put some less on-the-go stuff on it in the future, so it's not super distracting in our videos, but it does look really freaking cool. Overall though, I cannot begin to describe how friggin' stoked we are to have a lift. Like, I know there's a couple of you in the comments that have said like, please don't get one, keep it real. No, like my body needs to do stuff up here, not on the ground. Like, please. If it makes you feel any better, everything that you can do on a lift, you can do on the ground. It just takes way longer, and we're already filming, which triples or quadruples your time to do anything anyway. But like, we crossed 1 year of this channel while this video is getting filmed, and with this lift, we have completed our 3-year plan. So massive thank you. Holy frig, I cannot believe how well it has done. So absolutely massive thank you to Lordco and Rotary for hooking us up with this lift. It is going to get used all of the time. And also huge thanks to you guys for continuing to subscribe and allow us to do stuff like have this frickin' shop, and we've got speakers and it looks like a bomb. I love it. So huge thanks for watching. Hit like, get subscribed, and of course, have a great old day. The plan from here is just finish projects. We have so many projects. We've got to frickin' do them.